an international level where they can continue in the sport, and we see them representing the blue and gold internationally.
How do we do it? What would you say then, Michael? I mean, if you recognize, let's say the young lady Warner Franklin, what would we do? What can be done to say to bring her through from NAPSAC now going into? We assume that this is her last year in the under 13. She moves into secondary school now. Come September. What can be put in place to keep these athletes going?
I think there's so many factors, Neil. So many different factors. We talked about the young man who went to compete in Canada. Now, that was not an undertaking of a national body or it was a club. The clubs have a part to play. The parents have a part to play as well. If you realize the talent and ability, and we've seen it in other disciplines, we have seen persons who showed ability in singing, and the parents invested in getting them vocal training, and whatever it took to get them to that next level. And I think parents have to realize the talent and ability in their children, whether it be in music, in drama, in whatever it is, and do what is necessary to facilitate. Remember, track is an individual sport, so it's not like you're relying on an entire team. You are relying on the talent and ability of that athlete. And once that is realized, one of the things you have to do is get them into a good club structure. If not a club, definitely find a coach. Find a really good coach who can work with the athlete and bring them up to the standard that is required. The next step from there then will be competition, because if Neil Gill is winning in the under 9 category throughout Barbados, every time he steps on the track, he beats everybody in Barbados. What's going to happen to Neil Gill? He's not gonna get that motivation to compete against, because he already knows once I get on the track with anybody in Barbados, I'm gonna beat them badly. So what's the next step for him? He has to start looking at beating persons on the regional level. Okay, he may go to track meet and he may place 5th. Then what does he realize? I really am not the best regionally as yet. I got to put in some work, but I need to get more regional competition. Then when he starts getting his 1st and 2nd places, then and then we move on to the next level.
And I think that is key there, Mike. And I'm really glad that you said that. I know you said you placed a lot of emphasis on clubs and coaches, parents as well. But I think that some incentive must be given to these young men and women to continue, because as you said, sometimes they may lose motivation and so on, but they want to continue and they don't have the means. And again, this is not only for athletics, but it's singing, and in the broad scheme of things, we need to do a lot more. Should do a little bit more for our natural talent in Barbados. I would really like to see a lot more being done. We are now on to the under 11 girls. This is the 100 meters, and we have a smallish field. In lane 2 from Trinity Academy, that's Ajayla Sobers. Lane 3 from St. Margaret's Primary, that's Faharji Banfield. Lane 4 from Sela Primary, that's Kena Moore. Lane 6 from, is lane 6 there? No, we don't see lane 6. Lane 7 from Charles F. Broome, Zanique Niles. So it's field of 4. Very small field of 4 here.
So the record here, 14:44, set by Kaya Warner Franklin. So one of her records going down the drain.
Yeah.
But we were excited about her. And if someone breaks her record, that tells you that
someone we
yes,
need to
really
keep an eye on
yes.
on our radar. Very good here. We see Zanique Niles of Charles F. Broom. I think she's already run for the day. So we have lane 2, Sobers, lane 3, Banfield, lane 4, Moore, and Niles in lane 7 on the starters orders. And away they go. Out in lane 7. It looks like Niles of Charles F. Broom storming through on the inside from Steeler Primary Moore. But it's Niles and Moore. Moore and Niles. Niles and Moore. But it's Niles. Zanique Niles of Charles F. Broom held on. A very determined Kenya Moore of Steeler Primary.
Oh yes, more just needed to give a little bit more.
Yes, and Zanique Niles, yes, she won it comfortably in the end with this very good. It's a very good run there. You said they're chasing the time of 14:44.
Yes. So while we prepare for the second section, just let me tell you that we have 2 more records again.
Let
two
them tumble.
more.
Let them tumble.
Yes, they're tumbling. I really am looking forward to that headline in the newspaper tomorrow. So the under 13 girls and the under 13 boys 100-meter records tumbling. In the under 13 girls, Kaya Warner Franklin 13.44, shattering that 14:24. We'll get back to that.
Yes, this is the second section. Oh, we have a false start there. The young lady in lane 2, that's Shatoria Hari.
So Kaya Warner Franklin establishing a new record, 100 meters for the under 13 girls, 13.44 seconds. That's a decent time as well. And Jace McLean of Charles F. Broom, a new mark, 13.65 seconds.
Yes, and he was clocking. Here we have Shatoria Hari in lane 2 from Charles F. Broom. Lane 3, that is Sarah Marie Martin of Trinity Academy. But storming away from them, it is Harry of Charles F. Broom. Out in lane 5 from St. George Primary, Janaya Aline runs second. And third, very tight there, between Nakeri Spooner of Bay Primary and Talia Mayers Ames of St. Mark's. So here we see the replay. No doubt about the winner, Shatoria Harry, driving away, skipping away from them all. She looks as though she meant business from the get-go. She won it comfortably in the end.
And great running form from her. You can see the arms pumping. Great running style from Shatoria Harry there in the under 11 girls 100 meters. Our final section coming up here now. Neil?
Yes, we have in lane 2 from St. George Primary. That's Azaria Toppin. Lane 3, Bay Primary's Kyla Atkins. Then out in lane 6 from St. James Primary, that's Deja Doughton. And in lane 7 from Sealer Primary, Rakila Graves. The under 11 girls, 100 meters. This is the third of the 3 sections. So far, we've seen some decent performances. Records continue to tumble. That's 2 more on the track, Mike. That's that's 9 now. You're saying 9 on the track. So that is really good. Here we see just acknowledging as her name is called. That's Kyla Atkins of Bay Primary. In lane 6, from St. James Primary, Deja Doughton. And lane 7, Sealer Primaries, Rakila Graves. As we seeing here, the wind really blowing very strong here today. It's a nice cool day here at the Usain Bolt complex. As you know, we thankful that we are getting some people from all over the world logged into NAPSAC here. NAPSAC 2025. It's the Marcia Trotman Zone, and it is sponsored by Pedialyte.
Oh yes.
And we are so thankful for our sponsors.
And for those who are maybe wondering who is Marcia Trotman. Marcia was a very outstanding athlete, represented Barbados at the Olympic Games. She was a standout athlete. After that, she taught physical education for a little bit at the cooperative high school, and then she spent all her other years as a track and field coach with the National Sports Council. Yes.
They call it name there, the cooperative high. Right?
Yes.
That kind of. I mean, if people remember cooperative,
Oh, yes.
kind of aging themselves.
Oh yes, the cooperative high school was one of those private schools.
That was the one in Government Hill.
Yes, it actually had. I really don't want declare by age, but before it was at Government Hill, it was also in Belmont Road.
So
that is what I know of. Persons may tell
that
me.
Was Wakefield.
Co-op was in Belmont Road for a while. Maybe Wakefield was too.
Down at the bottom,
but then it went to Government Hill.
Okay.
Yes, that was the last place that the cooperative high school was until it closed its doors. Yes. And Mr. Callender was the principal of that institution.
So we've gone back down memory lane, Mike.
Oh, well.
We're aging ourselves here. Yes.
That's okay. I feel quite comfortable with my age.
That's good. Yes. And we're seeing here a young lady coming. They're bringing her. I'm not sure if she probably was in another event. So you have athletes participating in multiple events.
Yeah.
And now she's getting her chance to participate here in the 100 meters in the under 11, and she's taking her place. This is looks like Rakaira Hinkson Allen of St. Mary's Primary. She gets in to participate in the under 11 girls. So now we have 5 to face the starter. It's ready to go. Back in the day, they would let them wear the bands so that they would know that if they're at one station, they will have to go to another event. And they're off and running, and it's Azaria Toppin of St. George Primary. She's striding away from them in lane 3 from Bay Primary. That's Kyla Atkins, but it is Azaria Toppin. She wins it comfortably. In second position from Bay Primary, that's Kyla Atkins. And in third, looks like Deja Doughton of St. James. So let's see here in the replay. And it is Azaria Toppin. She's up front. And she's trying to make this one look easy. She may be struggling with something there. She looks as though she's carrying a injury, but she's hobbling off the track under getting some assistance there.
Yeah, we could tell that something wasn't exactly right there with her.
Yeah, but she's strong enough to win.
So the under 11 boys will now have their turn at the 100 meters. They're chasing the record of 14.92 seconds, and this was established by Marquez Broom of Sela Primary.
We saw him earlier today.
Please.
Yes, please.
So our lane assignments here: Damon Clark of St. James Primary in 2. In lane 4, DJ Phillips Ford of Bay Primary. In lane 6, Jamani Leach of St. Margaret's. And in lane 7, Kimani Edwards of the Elliott Belgrave Primary. You're keeping track of those names?
I'm keeping track of the names. So we have a DJ now joining us. So we have Dream, Rainbow, Smile, and DJ. Yes. You know, under the watchful eye of Basil Cox, and they're racing.
They're off and running here. Approaching the halfway mark quickly. Still pretty even. Clark of St. James Primary. Damon Clark. Clark will hold on for the win. Second will go to DJ Phillips Ford of Bay Primary.
Has a name, has a ring to it already. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
DJ Phillips Ford. Yes.
Seeing the replay. So from the get-go, Clark, he was out and working and worked his way right through to the finish line, finishing as he was taught, the torso crossing the line first.
Yes.
So that will do it for the first of 3 sections for the under 11 boys. Next section here on the line already. Cameron Hope of the St. George Lions. He's not there. Ajay Murrell of Bay Primary in 3. Danny Cole Linton of Charles F. Broome. He's in 4. In 5 is Alexander Seymour of St. Margaret's. In lane 6 to Jerry Cornybert of Trinity Academy. And in 7, Deshane Palmer of the Elliott Belgrave Primary.
Yes, Michael, and when we're finished here, we're going to take a look at some points. Points have arrived, Michael.
Oh, yes, people are always excited. We have persons viewing and representing their schools.
Yes.
And, of course, they're eager to know what their schools are doing.
The primary school you went to, Michael?
St. Giles.
Okay, so we will see St. Giles.
St. Giles.
Later on in the championships.
Yes.
My primary school is no longer there, which is Erdeston Primary. And now that is amalgamated there with the Carrington's primary called George Lamming Primary now.
Okay.
So we would see them again a little later in the championships.
So interesting. I just mentioned Cameron Hope of the St. George Lions, who we're not seeing. He's missing. He should have been in lane 2. I just got some great information that Cameron is competing in a later zone. He's been granted permission to do so because he is actually in Spain for football. Yes.
There we go.
So
Talented young man.
yeah, so actually what's going to be interesting here is when he gets a chance to compete. I don't think that they will be able to declare fully.
How would that work? Suppose he wins this event with a record, and he
what's
what
gonna
will happen?
I think what's gonna happen. So he's competing in the under 11. They will have the under 11 boys 100-meter times. When he runs, his times will
come here
match
then.
against those to determine his overall position. That's what will happen.
Interesting, very interesting. So again, suppose he wins that. So today then we can't declare a winner then in the under 11 boys until he participates. There are no on the starters orders. I like this. I really like this. We have a young Ajay Murrell, just a little too eager. Danico Linton of Charles F. Broome is in lane 4. And they're off and running. This time a good clean start. It is young Linton of Charles F. Broome. He's powering away from this field. Danico Linton of Charles F. Broome storms away to win it. Second position goes to Jay Murrell of Bay Primary. But there's no doubt about your winner, young Linton of Charles F. Broome.
Oh, yes. He looked impressive from the start. A great start. Arms pumping. Knees coming up.
Yes.
Looking straight ahead of him. Staying focused all the way. Staying in his lane as well. Well done to
good.
Linton of Charles F. Broome. So Charles F. Broome really making a statement here.
Yes. And that was the second of the time finals, and we move on now to the final installment here in the under 11.
And we'll give some
boys.
points
We'll give
after this set of 100 meters. I know our viewers are eager.
Chomping on the bit.
Oh yes, they're eager to hear the points. We'll get those points to you shortly.
In lane 2 from Sela Primary, this is Justin King. In lane 4 from Trinity Academy, Ethan Green. Lane 6, we see Liam Howard Niles of Charles F. Broome. And out in lane 7 from St. James Primary, Jayton Cumberbatch, as they have to call back the race here.
So this is another name, Liam Howard Niles.
This is your guy again.
Oh
Mike.
yes.
Very, very impressive in the 300 meters,
Yes.
and he comes back here now in the one.
I believe then he will be doing the 2.
He will be doing.
Looking for that three-peat.
This is very good. And Mike, we're gonna come back, and we were speaking a little earlier. We had a nice little conversation, and I'm saying something must be done in terms of incentives to keep the children moving from, or going from the transition from the primary to BSAT, then to Carifta and so on. Something more meets, more.
Well, one of the things I can tell you for when they get to the next stage would be a scholarship.
Scholarships, yes. And they're off and ready. This is a good, clean start this time around. Liam Howard Niles of Charles F. Broome. He's the class in this event. Easily will do it. Yes, jogging across the line. Second position went to Ethan Green of Trinity Academy. And third, Jayton Cumberbatch of St. James Primary. But there is no doubt about the winner. Look at that drive. There we go. Arms and legs pumping away. On his toes. Breathing, striding. Looks comfortable. Very comfortable. Eases across the line. Mike, a champion in the making.
I
don't like to put a hand on them early like that, but if you in 7th from St. Mary's Primary on 2 points, 5 points for St. George Primary in 6th. In 5th position, St. Margaret's Primary with 6 points, 14 points for St. James Primary in 4th. And then we have a tie on 26 points in 2nd position, Bay Primary and Sela Primary. And out front in the girls category with 37 points, Charles F. Broome Memorial Primary. And then in the boys, going into the boys, I can see here in 9th position, it is St. Margaret's Primary on 1 point, Elliott Belgrave Primary with 4, Trinity Academy 8. Do we have the up-to-date points? Okay, here we go. Something felt a little wrong there just now. Let's go. We now have the updated
oh yes. Yeah.
points. Yes. So let's go again. In the girls, Elliott Belgrave in 9th position on 6 points. In 8th position on 10 points, St. Margaret's Primary. In 7th position on 14 points, St. Mary's Primary. In 6th, St. James Primary with 28.5 points. In 5th, on 29 points, Trinity Academy. In 4th, St. George Primary on 45 points, Sela Primary in 3rd with 63 points, Bay Primary is in 2nd on 81 points, and out front in the girls with 113.5 points, Charles F. Broome Memorial Primary.
Wow, sounding good. St. George creeping up to 4th, but they'll have some work to do. So those are top performers there. So coming up next will be the under 9 girls 100 meters, 3 sections, chasing the zone record of 16.45 seconds, and this was established by Azaria Toppin of the St. George Lions. So in lane 2, Sheridan Walks of Trinity Academy. Lane 3, Anaya Flats of Bay Primary. In lane 4, Shazaria Herwood of St. Margaret's. Lane 5, Sanaya Miller of St. Mary's. In lane 6, Janai Felicienne Lewis of Charles F. Broome. We saw her earlier, and she's really showing her class here again. Jamaya Watson of the Elliott Belgrave on the outside. So here comes Felician Lewis, the winner. And second will go to Anaya Flats of Bay Primary.
That's a very good run there from Felician Lewis. Continuing from her earlier run.
Oh, yes.
In the 80 meters.
Yes.
And she's come back here in the one. She still looks the part. And we see here now, she was easy. There she goes in the replay. She took command from early in the race, and she just saw her race out well, striding out, and she's another one to keep her eyes on for the future. We have the second of these 3 time finals, and let's see that they are all ready now. Yes, remember here now we're seeing the cones have been put down for these younger
under nines.
The under 9s. Again, as part of development, so that they will stay in their lanes.
Yes. And it's actually an improvement now that we have the track in one color. The lines could be a little deceiving, but you recall when the track was blue and yellow. That was problems.
Yes, so you have here in lane 2 from Sela Primary, Miracle Moore. Lane 3 from St. Mary's Primary, Diamond Gill Peters. Lane 4 from Trinity Academy, this is Jashante Herbert. Lane 5, we see from St. James Primary, Amora Brewster. Lane 6 from St. George Primary, that's Samaya Straker. And in lane 7 from Elliott Belgrave Primary, Zamara Boyce. And they're off and running. It's a good clean start. It's still fairly bunched up, but here goes from St. James Primary, Amora Brewster of St. James Primary. She's up front, will course home. She wins it easily. Second went to Samaya Straker of St. George Primary. The Lions continue to roar.
Oh, yes. Seemed like she was just jogging through the line.
Yes. And she was quite comfortable. She looked down. She still has her eyes down on the track. Then she looks up to see how much more.
Seems like she's trying to make sure that she stays between the lines.
Yes. So you see, that's in her mind, it's to stay in the line, stay in the lane.
Yes.
Which probably hampered her from going a little quicker.
Even quicker.
Yeah. So we will see. Now we have the third of these time finals in the under 9 girls. Here we go. Here we see in lane 2 from Charles F. Broome Primary, Riley Brathwaite. Lane 3 from St. Margaret's Primary, Abigail Reed. In lane 4 from Sela Primary, Jakira Graves Edwards. Lane 5 from St. James Primary, Azara Aline. In lane 6 from Bay Primary, Soraya Taylor. And in lane 7 from St. George Primary, that's Ariana Howell. The under 9 girls 100, the third of this time finals. On the starters' orders. All eyes on lane 2, Riley Brathwaite. Oh, and she just twitched there.
Well, the thing is, the international false start rule does not apply here for these athletes.
And it's a good start this time around. And Brathwaite, she's getting competition from Jakira Graves Edwards of Sela Primary. Look at Graves Edwards go. She's powering away. Yes, in lane 4, Jakira Graves Edwards of Sela Primary. Oh, she just threw a spanner in the wheel there. Well done. It's your guy again. Abu doing well with the team from St. Lucie. The team in St. Lucie. The team of Sela Primary. They're in the top 3, Mike, and the girls.
Yes.
That's very interesting indeed.
Yes.
So,
and they're actually 4th in the boys.
And 4th in the boys. We'll give them the points here now in the boys after this event.
So we're moving on to the under 9 boys. Again, 3 sections coming up. They're chasing the zone record of 16.03 seconds, and that was established by Damani Broome of Sela Primary. So here we go in lane 2, Jace Rice Lord of Charles F. Broome. Lane 3, Cruz Pierre Boyce of St. James Primary. In lane 5, Caden Sandyford of Trinity Academy. In lane 6, Rakai Haynes of the Elliott Belgrave Primary. And in lane 7, Nathaniel Nichols of Bay Primary. So we are missing Tyrone Griffith of Selah. He should be in 4. Surprised not to see him in here.
Yes.
So it's Rice Lord, Boyce, Sandyford, Haynes, and Nichols. Our first of 3-time finals. They're off and running. Seeing some action on the inside. Rice Lord of Charles F. Broome. On the outside, Nichols of Bay Primary. Those two are chasing each other on opposite sides of the track. Rice Lord, Nichols. I believe Rice Lord will get home in first. He's from Charles F. Broome. Well done to him. Nichols finishing up in second position.
That's a good run there, young man. Very powerful again. Dominant performance there by young Jace Rice Lord.
And Nichols trying very hard to stay between those two white lines.
Yes.
It's going to be a little more difficult for him because he's running with his head up.
Yes.
Yes, nevertheless, he's made it to the line. No infringements on his part. And so we get ready for our second time final for the under-9 boys. Our lane assignments, Tyler Savory of St. James Primary in 2. In 3, Logan Beckles of Trinity Academy. In 4, Jeremiah Alexander of St. Mary's. In lane 5, Elroy Heron of Bay Primary. In lane 6, Rajay Burrows Gittins of the St. George Lions. And in 7, Jalen Padmore of St. Margaret's Primary.
The under-9 boys going 100 meters. And this, the second of these 3-time finals. Yes, we can hear the track announcer now giving the lane assignments in the background. Yes, we now went to Rajay Burrows Gittins of St. George Primary, and then Jalen Padmore of St. Margaret's, and they're on the starters' orders. We have them to stand again. Again, this just goes to show that, you know, these young men are not familiar with the crowd start. You know, so
I believe that. Speaking on the correction, but I thought that the athletes were allowed to stand. But they're off and running here for the second section.
Logan Beckles looked like they're from Trinity, but on the outside from St. George Primary with Jay Burrows Gittins. Burrows Gittins of St. George Primary wins it. Oh, you can hear the screams in the background. Jalen Padmore of St. Margaret's may have been second, but definitely Rajay Burrows Gittins of St. George Primary. Let's take a look at the replay. Looked like Logan Beckles earlier of Trinity Academy. He was running strong there. So was Jeremiah Alexander. But then storming through in lane 6 was Rajay Burrows Gittins of St. George Primary. The Lions continue to roar from the center of the island in St. George.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Thanks. And now we're moving on to the final installment, the third of the 3-time finals in the under-9 boys. And here we go in lane 2 from St. Mary's Primary, Romero Cumberbatch. Lane 3 from Charles F. Broome Memorial is Malik Williams. Lane 4, St. Margaret's Dekai White Ford. In lane 5, St. George Primary, Giovanni Bino. Lane 6 from Elliott Belgrave, that's Jelani Rouse. And in lane 7 from Selah Primary, Davison Clark. They're on the starters' orders. And it's a good start. Cumberbatch, Williams, White Ford, Bino, Rouse, and Clark. And from on the outside, it looks like Clark from Selah Primary. He's running strong here again. Clark Yes, he wins it. Davison Clark of Sealer Primary gets home. It's more noise coming from the northern parts of the island, Michael. Yes, Sealer Primary really doing well, showing up here at the Marcia Trotman zone here.
And here's the thing, Neil. I was told by Coach Worrell that only 27. You were saying 20. He said 27 out of 52.
Wow.
Are present.
Wow.
So that is about half of his team. Just about half of his team is present, and if they're doing so well with just half, could you imagine if the next half
if they had a full complement?
Yeah, so
that's very
probably some of the names we called and we saw they were missing. Those are the ones sick.
Wow!
But still, they're doing quite well.
I'll give you the results here.
We have another record though.
Okay, go ahead.
I have another record for you. In the under 11 boys 100 meters, Liam Howard Niles of Charles F. Broome, a new mark, 14.56 seconds. We should also credit his teammate, Linton, 14.69, also breaking the record. So kudos to Liam Howard Niles, a new record in the under 11 boys 100 meters. As we switch our attention now to the 200 meters, I believe we have some. You did not.
I did
share
the girls.
the boys' points. So here are the current boys' standings. Elliot Belgrave on 9 points. St. Margaret's 11. St. Mary's 25. St. James Primary 38. Trinity Academy 40. Sealer Primary, 4th in the boys so far on 47 points. Bay Primary 3rd, 74 points. St. George Primary, 2nd in the boys on 99. And Charles F. Broome leading the boys on 125 points. So Charles F. Broome currently on their way to doing the double. But we'll wait. We'll see how things go. Okay, so we're ready with the first of 2 time finals for the girls in the under 13 category. Taryn Brathwaite of Sealer Primary holds the record at 29.43 seconds. In lane 1 from Bay Primary, Kishani Trotman. Lane 2 from St. Mary's Primary, Renika Wallace. In lane 3, representing the St. George Lions, Tashana Spooner. In lane 4, representing Sealer Primary, Shakaila Moore. In lane 5, from Charles F. Broome, Laricia Ford Airguard. We saw her already in action. In 6, Kalia Edwards of the Elliot Belgrave Primary. 7 is Amaya Hunt of Trinity Academy. And in 8, Elizabeth Cadogan of St. Margaret's. As they spin out that turn and coming into the straightaway from Charles F. Broome is Laricia Ford Airguard. We saw the caliber of this young lady, and she's showing it again. Laricia Ford Airguard running away. She's going to win this comfortably. Let's see who will take the second position. There in lane number 1, Kishani Trotman of Bay Primary. So, Neil, a really good performance there from Laricia Ford Airguard of Charles F. Broome. We're going to have a ding-dong battle in that under 13 girls 200 meters.
Definitely. we here move on now to the second as we take a look at the replay. She had them beaten before they got out of the bend, made up the stagger quite easily, and then powered her way home. Arms and legs just pulling and pumping away, wins it easily.
Oh, yes.
And now we're moving on now to the second installment in lane 1. From St. George Primary, that is Shakina Applewhite. Lane 2, St. Mary Primary's J.C. Blackman. In lane 3, from Trinity Academy, Kaya Warner Franklin. Lane 4, from Charles F. Broome Primary, that is Ajay Bell. In lane 5 from Sealer Primary, Karen Reese. Lane 6 from Bay Primary, that is Shatanya Straker Eiffel. In lane 7 from St. Margaret's Primary, that's Catalia Graham, and in lane 8 from Elliott Belgrave Primary, Natalia Agard. And the race is on, and it is Kaya Warner Franklin spinning off the bend on the outside. Shatania Straker Eiffel is there, but she will not have much more competition. That's Kaya Warner Franklin winning the 200 meters easily. That is her coming off the bend easily and winning. Second position was Tritania Straker Eiffel of Bay Primary, who was there in the early exchanges, but then pouring off the bend was young Warner Franklin, and she won it convincingly. Let's take a look at the replay. And it is Warner Franklin there in lane 3, beg your pardon, and out in lane 6 was Straker Eiffel. But when they came off the bend, it was all over bar the shouting, class is class for Miss Temporary, Kaya Warner Franklin, winning this event.
Oh, yes, well done to her. I believe we'll just be awaiting the time of that race to see if yet another record will be broken, and if it will have her name affixed to it.
Because that one was pretty tight, Mike.
Yeah, some good running there. As we see the under-13 boys are ready. The first of 3 sections, Thierry Spencer of St. Margaret's in 2. In 3, Shakari Nash of Bay Primary. We see a guy there from the Elliott Belgrave just jogging, Joshua Williams in 6. He's not in here at all. The action is Shakari Nash of Bay Primary, who spins out the turn now into the straightaway. It's all Nash. Nash is unchallenged with 50 meters to go. There'll be no stopping Shakari Nash on his way to victory. He's going to take this first section quite comfortably. The battle is on for second, and second will go to Scott Joseph of St. Mary's Primary. So Shakari Nash all alone taking that first section in the under-13 boys 200 meters. And Neil, we must let our viewers know that we are actually coming down to the end of our individual events. We only have these 200 meters, the 150s remaining, and then we go right into the relays.
Straight into the relays.
And we're doing quite well. It's 1 on my clock, 1:19.
Yeah, 1:20.
20 minutes after 1. We're doing quite well here, must say.
Yes, even though we had a little setback early on, but we've made up.
Oh, we're doing quite well. So we move on to our second section. Jaden Edie of Trinity Academy not there. Marquez Broom of Sela Primary, he's there in 3. Tyreek Wilkinson of Bay Primary in 4. They're asked to return. In 5 will be Naheem Taylor of St. Mary's. In 6, Lanico Rayside of Charles F. Broom. And in lane 7, Rivaldo Weeks of the St. George Lions.
This race should be pretty good, very competitive. Marquez Broom, we saw him earlier. We also saw Rivaldo Weeks earlier, and Tyreek Wilkinson. So, and they all put in some good performances.
Seems like the lad from Charles F. Broom might have been a little too excited.
Lanico Rayside.
And he will be cautioned by the starter. So we were talking a little earlier about the international start rule.
Yes.
Once you false start,
that's it.
That is it. Although there is also a rule that says you can run under protest.
Yes.
So that happened.
How fair is that, Mike? How fair is that? I mean,
well, the thing is, you can run, but your performance will not count.
No, I meant the one false start. I mean,
I think it it's not used at this level, so that will tell you, we think that persons deserve an opportunity. Yes.
The race is off, and it is out in lane 7. Rivaldo Weeks, he's running. Also running strongly here, Marquez Broom on the inside, trying desperately to get back on terms. It is Weeks and Broom, Broom and Weeks, Broom and Weeks. Broom looks at him, Weeks determined to go on. It is Broom and Weeks. Here's the wire, very tight. Marquez Broom of Sela Primary and Rivaldo Weeks of St. George Primary. Broom and Weeks. Oh, they left it all on the track, Michael.
That one I can't call.
Oh.
The photo finish camera will definitely have to call that one.
Yes.
Very, very close between those two lads. We saw a great start from Rivaldo Weeks of the St. George Lions. He was really going there.
Yeah, he had no choice.
Yes.
He didn't see the others on the inside. And then the Broom.
We know that Brooms has been running pretty well for the day.
Yes.
Longer legs. I think you're leaning towards Weeks.
I am leaning towards Weeks.
That's what I believe, that you're leaning towards Weeks.
Yes. You see, we have the final installment here of the under 13 boys 200 meters in lane 2. Aaron Brathwaite of Trinity Academy. Jace McLean of Charles F. Broom is in second position. He's powering away thus far. Aiden Yard of St. George Primary is in there as well. Also there's Shular Green of Elliott Belgrave Primary, but they're spinning off the bend, and it is Jace McLean of Charles F. Broom Primary powering his way. Look at him go. Michael, we need to keep an asterisk or put an asterisk next to this young man's name. Yes, he's very, very, very powerful indeed.
Yes.
Jace McLean of Charles F. Broom.
Yes.
Winning the third and final installment of the under 13 boys 200 meters.
Well, he has his hands raised like he's so excited. Maybe he looks as though he looked at the clock at the finish line. Remember, we have a clock now that shows the performances of the athletes, and it seemed as though he looked at the clock and saw his performance and is very, very happy. And
maybe running against his personal best.
Exactly, because as you said, the athletes who train, the ones who are at a different level.
Yes.
So in terms of performance, they know what they need to run. They know what is a fast time, what is a slow time.
Yes.
Yeah, so he looked very pleased with his performance. So here we see Jace McLean. Yeah, so as you said, a name that we should be hoping to hear some good things from in the future.
Yes, and on the track now is the
under 11 girls. Yes, they're
already
moving.
Yep. So this is the first of 3, and in lane 2 from St. James Primary, Anaya Bradshaw. In lane 4 from Sela Primary, that's Kiana Moore. Lane 5 from that's from Elliott Belgrave. That's Akila Ben. In lane 6 from Charles F. Broom, Janique Niles. And out in lane 7 from Bay Primary, that's Kyla Atkins. But it is young Bradshaw of St. James Primary. She's striding there. Young lady from Charles F. Broom, Janique Niles, trying to get back on terms, but this is a futile effort. It is Anaya Bradshaw of St. James Primary. She wins that one.
Oh, yes. So the Charles F. Broom posse continues to do extremely well here.
Also St. James and Sela Primary. I think Michael, this is something that I love to see when the smaller schools, if you want to call it that, when they participate in and doing well. Sela Primary, what's the role at Sela Primary?
Maybe 200 or less. Yes, less than that. I don't think they're at 200 compared to Charles F. Broom, who is at what, 600?
Probably 600.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that first section done and dusted. Our second section here, Kalina Goring of Trinity Academy in 2. In 3, Kiara Carter of St. Mary's. In 4, Danae Haynes of St. James. 5 is Shatoria Harry of Charles F. Broom. That's the one to watch here. Nakari Spooner of Bay Primary in 6. Faraji Banfield of St. Margaret's on the outside. So here we go. Coming into the straightaway, it's Harry again. Shatoria Harry. Harry is class. She is class. Yes, on the 11 girls. It's all Harry of Charles F. Broom. She's going to take this one quite easily. Who will finish in second? Bay Primary's Nakari Spooner. Well done to Shatoria Harry of Charles F. Broome. Our final section coming up now for the under 11 girls as we see a replay of the action.
So replay there. You see young lady there from Charles F. Broome, very strong.
Yes, Harry. And maintaining her form, maintaining her composure throughout.
Very comfortable indeed.
Getting ready now for our third and final section for the under 11 girls.
And they're on the track. On the starters orders, that is from St. Margaret's. That is Talia Mares Ames, and they're being recalled by the starter. In lane 4, looks like from Sela Primary, Rakila Graves. Lane 5, Trinity Academy's Sarah Marie Martin. Lane 6 from St. Mary's Primary, that's Rakira Hinkson Aline. And in lane 7 from St. George Primary, Cassidy Coward.
I think we will have a recall there again.
Yes.
Yes, on the inside. And I see another record coming our way in the girls' high jump open. Keija Blanche of the St. George Lions, 1.20 meters, but it's a tie. Natalia Kendricks of Charles F. Broome, both sharing that record. So another record.
And the way they go this time, a good clean start. Let's see where it's happening. The action is happening out in lane 7. Cassidy Coward of St. George Primary coming through on the inside from Sela Primary. Let's say Rakila Graves. And even further on the inside, Talia Mares Ames as they spin off the bend. And Coward of St. George Primary. She is pumping away, short in stature, but a heart of a champion. She's trying to hold off a determined effort from the young lady there from St. Margaret's, but it is all over. Cassidy Coward of St. George Primary wins it.
Well done to Cassidy. The St. George Lions really putting up a fight here. So that will complete the under 11 girls. Coming up next will be the under 11 boys as we take a look at that replay of the third section for the under 11 girls in the 200 meters.
She was pumping from early, Michael.
Oh, yes. Really working there on the outside in lane 7. You just need to run. On the inside, though, she had a good challenge from Mares Ames of St. Margaret's. But coming through to place second was Rakila Graves of Sela Primary. She had a very, very strong finish. Yep. So Neil, the under 11 boys, they're up next, and they're going to chase the record of 31.32 seconds established by Marquez Broome of Sela Primary.
We have the starters in lane 2. Liam Howard Niles, we've heard him already seen him for the day.
This is his third event now, and he's won both.
Yes, from Charles F. Broome Primary. Ethan Green is in lane 3 from Trinity Academy. In lane 4 from St. Margaret's Primary, that's Jamani Leach. In lane 5 from Elliott Belgrave Primary, that is Deshane Palmer. In lane 6 from Sela Primary, Damani Broome. And in lane 7, Jayton Cumberbatch of St. James Primary. And we will see here how young Liam Howard Niles goes. And I know for a fact that he has all his relatives are bumping and jumping and screaming for young Liam Howard Niles as he's here in lane 2. Keep an eye on lane 2. And it's a start. Oh, good, clean start. Let's see what happens here. The stagger is already being made up from young Liam Howard Niles as he spins off the bend. He's taken command on the outside from Sela Primary. Damani Broome is Broome and Howard Niles. Howard Niles and Broom. Broom is coming back at him. Will there be a close race? Broom and Howard Niles. Oh, whoa! The Money Broom of Sealer Primary has spoiled.
Wow.
Oh, he spoiled the glory of young Liam Howard Niles. Oh, very good run there by the young man there from Sealer Primary, the Money Broom. Oh, a spoiler.
Well, what can we say? We had a Marquez Broom and a Damani Broom, and these guys coming from Sealer, they have been working hard, and this is what sport is all about.
Yes.
When you're at the top, everyone is gunning for you. So it's great to see these guys competing so well. The Manny Broom,
there
though.
we go. You see the camaraderie.
Yes, so that's what I love to see.
Love it, man. Yes.
That's a nice photo.
Yes.
Lovely. So I believe this is the second section here already.
Jalen Graves of Elliott Belgrave is in lane 2. Lane 3 we see from St. George Primary, Zamani Hoyt Phillips, and they've called them back. Yes. In lane 4 from St. Mary's Primary, he looked as though he was powering early. That's Jeremiah Harris. In lane 5 from Bay Primary, Ajay Merle. Lane 6 from Charles F. Broom Primary, Janico Linton. And in lane 7 from St. James Primary, Damon Clark. And that was almost like a commentator's curse there. I think this is the second time I've done that, and I'm going to stop that. I was saying, you look for the young man, Liam Howard Niles, and there was a spoiler in the race.
Well,
yes.
Well, the reality is, based on what you've seen, you know that person is the favorite, but someone might outdo them on that day.
Yes. Here we are after a nice clean start. Coming through from on the inside from St. Mary's, it's Jeremiah Harris. We saw him a little earlier in the 300. He's trying, but on the outside, it is Linton of Charles F. Broom. Yes, he's stepping away. Young Janico.
Oh, yes.
Linton. Ease down, wins it. Second position goes to Zamani Hoyt Phillips of St. George Primary and Jeremiah Harris of St. Mary's rounding out the top 3. As we take a look at it at the replay, it looked early on, the young man there from St. Mary's, though that's Harris. He was trying his best to get on terms with Linton, then was just looking around, just trying to hold on for dear life as Linton powers away to win the second of the 3-time finals.
So we're getting ready now for third and final time final in the under 11 boys. They'll be asked to stand in lane 2, Treshawn Cumberbatch of St. George. Lane 3, Avery Gamble of Bay Primary. In 5, Tajari Cornybert of Trinity Academy. In 6, Neymar Walton of St. Mary's. And representing Sealer Primary in lane 7, Justin King. They're off. A good start from Neymar Walton of St. Mary's Primary. And he's made up the stagger on King. Let's see if he can sustain it as the others are giving chase as they spin out the turn into the straightaway now from the St. George Lions. Cumberbatch looking to extend his lead. Treshawn Cumberbatch of the St. George Lions on his way to victory. And he's still holding on to that, and he will do so now. From Bay Primary, finishing up in second, Avery Gamble. So first to Cumberbatch, second to Gamble.
That's a good one there by young
Cumberbatch. Yes. And that will do it for the under 11s as we get ready now to go some 50 meters beyond the start as we see the replay here of that event. Cumberbatch of the St. George Lions getting out that turn early and just holding on to his lead and finishing up in first position.
That was a good run, Michael. You know, he paced himself. He saw what the competition was like on the outside, and just turned on the afterburners when it was necessary, and won the race quite comfortably in the end.
So the under nines will be going 150. We have 3 sections for them and 3 sections for the boys, and that will bring us to the end. So it's 6 races remaining before we end all of our individual events, and then we will move towards the relays. Relays are always exciting, of course, and once we have completed the 150s, we will be able to have a look at the scores. Yes, of course, we'll get those results. Ladies continue to do a good job with furnishing us with those results.
Yes.
So coming up will be the under 9 girls 150, as we can see them here all lined up between the plants. Janaya Aline of the St. George Lions, she's the record holder in this zone, 26.85 seconds. In lane 2 will be Janai Felician Lewis of Charles F. Broome. We saw her in action already. Aria Smith of the St. George Lions in 3. Shazaria Herwood of the St. Margaret's in 4. Shante Herbert, Trinity Academy, and Soraya Taylor of Bay Primary. Here we go. 5 athletes going here. Janai Felician Lewis of Charles F. Broome. That's the one we expected to be up front. She has not let us down at all. 50 to go for Janai Felician Lewis. This will be another victory for her. Well done to her. Second will go to Herwood of St. Margaret's Primary.
See, with that one, I refuse to even say all these. Yes. I didn't want to give that curse again, So we move on now to the second of these 3 times finals as we take a look at the replay. Where we saw young Felician showing her class over the field. The second of these 3-time finals are as follows. The competitors are as follows. In lane 2 from St. Mary's Primary, that's Sanaya Miller. Lane 3 from Elliott Belgrave Primary, Jemiah Watson. Lane 4 from St. Margaret's Primary, Abigail Reed. In lane 5, Miracle Moore of Sela Primary. In lane 6 from St. James Primary, Azara Aline. And in lane 7, Riley Brathwaite of Charles F. Broome Primary. They will be called back here. Not even saying anything, Michael. We see Riley Brathwaite is here. Sanaya Miller is here. Jemiah Watson, Abigail Reed, Miracle Moore, and Zara Aline. On the starters' orders, and away they go. This time a good clean start. Miller, Watson, Reed, Moore, Aline, and Brathwaite as they come off the bend. And on the outside in lane 7 from Charles F. Broome Memorial, Riley Brathwaite. She's on top in second position. Miracle Moore of Sela Primary. But it is Riley Brathwaite of Charles F. Broome Memorial powering her way to victory. Second in lane 5 was Sela Primary's Miracle Moore.
Well done to those young ladies there. The 150. As we prepare for our third and final section. And Neil,
yes, sir.
Something else. Parents, coaches, physical education teachers, they must explain and try to get athletes to understand that it's okay to lose.
Yes.
It's okay to lose a race. It's okay to be third. It's okay. You can't, every day you cannot be in first.
Yes.
You
And
know,
that's very important, because it helps people to develop, to understand, but I can't always win. And there's some people who put themselves under tremendous amount of
yes.
pressure to say, come first in
Oh,
class.
yes.
Come first, I must always be on top. As we have here now, the final installment. Michael, here we have
This is
Bannister.
this looks like Brewster on the outside there from St. James Primary. Yes.
She's
Amora Brewster of St. James Primary. Here she goes.
in second position from Bay Primary, it is Anaya Flats. And on the inside from St. George Primary, it is London Ori Bannister.
And finishing up in second, Anaya Flats. Yeah, so first to Brewster. And we saw Brewster earlier winning, remember?
Yes.
Brewster is the one who was looking down rather than keeping her head up and trying to, I think she's trying to ensure that she stays between those two lines.
Yes. So now that she has it covered, then she powered her way home here.
There she goes.
Just turned into a jog.
Well done to her.
Very good job.
So the under 9 boys will be up next. 3 sections, 3 time finals. Jadanico Linton of Charles F. Broome is the record holder here. 24.15 seconds. And we saw Linton running. Yes. So this first section in lane 2, the Kai White Ford of St. Margaret's. In lane 2, Liam Gomes of Charles F. Broome. In lane 4, Rakai Haynes of the Elliott Belgrave Primary. In 5, Elroy Heron of Bay Primary. Lane 6, Davidson Clark of Sela. And Beckles of Trinity Academy in 7. Here we go. This looks like Liam Gomes of Charles F. Broome, larger than Charles. I know his father, his aunt, his grandmother must be kicking up dust here. Gomes holds on for the win. All right. Well done to young Liam Gomes.
That's a good run there, Liam Gomes. He had to hold on there, stave off the effort of the Kai.
And he made up that
White
stagger
Ford.
quickly too.
Yes. But here was White Ford of St. Margaret's Primary, throwing down the challenge in the end.
So Gomes really trying to hold on there with that challenge coming from White Ford.
Yes.
Well done to Liam Gomes. I know his granny must be over the moon.
We have now the second of these time finals. In lane 2 from St. Margaret's Primary, that's Jalen Padmore. Lane 3, we see Nathaniel Nichols of Bay Primary. In lane 4, Jelani Rouse of Elliott Belgrave Primary. He's there off to a clean start. In lane 5, St. Mary Primary, Romero Cumberbatch. Tyler Savory for St. James Primary is in lane 6. And in lane 7, Janari Robinson Allen of St. George Primary. But it is Nathaniel Nichols of Bay Primary. He's running away with this one. Will win this easily. Yes, he does. That's Nathaniel Nichols of Bay Primary winning the second of these time finals in the under 9 division for the boys, 150 meters. And we're coming down now to the final event, the final individual event, Michael.
Oh yes.
Final individual event on the track. This is the third of these 3 time finals. It is in the boys, the under 9 boys, 150 meters. And let's see how they go on the track. In lane 2 from Trinity Academy, that's Dane Giles. Lane 3 from St. George Primary, that's Giovanni Bino. Lane 4 from Charles F. Broome, that's Jace Rice Lord. Lane 5 from St. James Primary, that is Cruz Pierre Boyce. And out in lane 7 from St. Mary's Primary, Jeremiah Alexander.
Yes, this one is going to be a scorcher. See another athlete missing here from Sela Primary.
Yes.
Who should be in lane 6. So they're off. I thought I saw a twitch somewhere.
Yes.
I thought I saw something. Yeah. So
Your
yeah.
eyes are still as sharp as.
Trying to be.
Yes. Hawkeyes.
As you know, there's something in the coaching world known as the coaching eye, the coach's eye. Yes. You have to be able to pick up on those fine details.
You have years of experience there, sir.
Off and running this time. A good start. In the middle of the field from Charles F. Broom, Jace Rice Lord. Saw him in action also. Being challenged though by Bino of the St. George Lions. That was a very, very short challenge. So Jace Rice Lord running away with this section. And second going to Giovanni Bino of the St. George Lions. So that will do it for the 150, and indeed that will do it for all the individual track events, as we see a repeat of that third and final section. So it was all Jace Rice Lord of Charles F. Broom. Easy winner there. So Charles F. Broom looking like they're set to become the double crown champions of the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman Zone. We're going to get you some points shortly once we have the tabulation of all the individual results. Remember, this will include field events and track events. And then we get ready for the relays. And we should note that the points are doubled for the relays. So instead of school securing 10 points for the relays, they will get 20 points, and that can be very significant for some schools. In most cases, we'll have two sections for the relays. We will begin with the sprint medley, which is a 1x1 by 2x4. So we'll have the girls going first, followed by the boys. Let's see if there are any more records to add. Okay, so we have two more records to add to the list. The under 11 girls long jump, Kalina Goring of Trinity Academy, 3.38 meters, some 10 centimeters improvement. And in the girls high jump open, I think I mentioned this before, there was a tie between Kaija Blanche of St. George Primary and Natalia Hendricks of Charles F. Broom, both at 1.20 meters. And we should note that the finals for the high jump will be held on the day of the semifinals, which is March 7th.
March the 7th.
Yes, this is where we will see the final of the high jumps.
Okay, Michael.
Yes, so
It's
I
that
think
kind of time.
we have some points.
Here they come.
Yeah.
In the girls, in 9th position with 8 points, Elliott Belgrave Primary. In 8th position with 12 points, St. Margaret's Primary. In 7th position, St. Mary's Primary on 14 points. In position 6 with 39 points, Trinity Academy. In 5th position, it's St. James Primary on 42 points. 79 points goes to the team from St. George Primary in 4th. And then the top 3. Ooh, very tight indeed. In 3rd position with 98 points. 1 point behind the 2nd position.
Whoa.
It is Sealer Primary with 98 points. In 2nd position, Bay Primary on 99. And out front, in the girls division on 155 points, Charles F. Broom Memorial Primary.
Wow. Neil. This is really outstanding. I can't help but say that I'm impressed with Sela Primary.
Very, very
The
impressive.
fact that so many of the athletes are missing.
It's a 27 out of 52 not here.
27 present out of
27
52.
out of 52 here.
So
Wow.
they're just about half.
Yes, yes.
But they're still able to challenge
Yes.
for the top 3 positions in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
If we look at the male scores now, Elliot Belgrave, 13 points. St. Margaret's, 18. St. Mary's, 34. Trinity Academy, 46. St. James Primary, 54. Sela Primary, they're 4th in the boys on 63 points. Going to be very hard for them to move unless they win every single relay. Can't see them really breaking in the top 3. Currently tied for 2nd is Bay Primary and St. George Primary, 125 points. And leading the boys, Charles F. Broom, 182 points.
So it's basically safe to say that Charles F. Broom should be double
Should,
crowned?
yes, because we know that
Projections-wise?
based on the caliber of athletes that we have seen, that when it comes to the relays, they should do well.
They should do
They
well.
should be in the top 3. So we are talking about either 20 points, 18 points, or 16 points. And that will not,
Yeah. In the grand scheme of things, they shouldn't really.
they should not drop.
Should interfere with
Exactly.
their points, or the lead at least.
They should be there. So we're looking good. Well, at least Charles F. Broom, they're looking
Yes.
they're looking very good. It's just a case of packing up their bikes, coming to the center of the field to receive their trophies. But the others will, I believe, their trophies for 2nd and 3rd as well. So the other teams will have to fight hard for those next positions.
You're not missing anything here, as the teams are now preparing for the relays. A good day's competition, Michael. We've had some good performances. We have young Warner Franklin.
Oh yes,
Trinity Academy, Liam,
Howard Niles.
Howard Niles from Charles F. Broom, also his colleague Jace.
Yes,
and they've done well thus far. Young Felicien, also from Charles F. Broom. So some good performances during the day, and we know we could not have done it without our sponsors. NAPSAC 2025, Chefette Restaurant Limited, Frosty's Ice Cream, Rubis Eastern Caribbean SRL, The Nation Publishing Company Limited, Pharmacy Sales Caribbean Inc., Pedialyte and Pediasure, West India Biscuit Company from Holiday and Bermudez, Armstrong Agencies Limited, they sponsored the Sunshine Cereals, Massey Distribution Barbados Limited from Milo, Made It Against the Odds Foundation, National Wellbeing and HIV Commission, the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, the Barbados Union of Teachers, the National Sports Council, Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation, Atlantic Marketing and Company Limited, Roberts Manufacturing Company Limited, Infra Equipment Rentals Limited, Digicel Barbados Limited, the Barbados Olympic Association, the National Conservation Commission, this is the IMPS Assurance Broker Limited, Hansel Inns Limited, Ocean Hotels Barbados, Trophy World, Sportsmart, Western Wholesale Inc., Creative Junction, Elco Rentals Limited, TOS Catering, Chickmont Foods Limited, and Superfeeds Mill Inc.
and as we know, all of these entities play a very pivotal role in the meet, the championship. There are so many areas where you need all different types of assistance. If you look around and you see all of the tents, all of the tentage here, one entity cannot provide them.
Yes.
Then we have to look at awards. Remember,
Yes.
awards are given for first, second, and third place in every event. You look at the number of events we have. As we say, there are 4 age categories, male and female. So medals must be given to the top 3. Then we look at the division champions, the trophies for them as well. We also have to look at things like feeding for officials. We have officials who work. They're here first thing in the morning,
Yes.
and they work the long jump, the high jump, the throws, the shot put. People who work in the call room, in the check-in area. It's endless. We have officials who are behind the scenes with our photo finish. Those who assist with the streaming, and it continues.
Yes.
Many different areas that you have to look at in terms of making sure that the meat is well put together. As we know, this meat is not just local, but anyone from anywhere in the world can go on the live stream and they can see what's happening, and you can see what Barbados has to offer in terms of primary schools track and field action.
Yes, and Michael, as you said that, you hit the nail on the head, where we have so many people who log in just to see what is happening. There's a large number of individuals who follow athletics. Athletics really and truly is one of the biggest sports in Barbados, and I know, it is always good to see when you have the meets. I remember seeing the Glow Sports at St. Michael's School, for example. It was well attended. You had so many parents, and is that something, Michael, that you think NAPSAC can go into, getting into the night racing? You leave that for the organizers. A night under the stars sports event.
I believe it might be possible for the final.
For the final.
Yes, I don't see why it can't happen. Maybe starting at, let's say, 3 p.m. Yeah, I see no reason why it can't happen, because every event is going to be a final, straight final.
Yes.
So you're talking about 8 athletes. The only thing about that is, you want to encourage schools to come out and give their support. I would support that for a bigger stadium. If we had a bigger stadium, I would say definitely. Let's go with it. One of the things, though, that I would like to see, and I mentioned this already, and someone mentioned it to me quite recently, the idea of having more meets. NAPSAC organizing committee being able to host a couple more meets, probably leading up to the NAPSAC championship, because you mentioned it. I mean, apart from the athletes competing at their house sports, and their house sports is not held. I mean, there are few schools who hold their sports at the Usain Bolt complex, but, and I mean, all of this leads into why it is so important, Neil, for us to look at really getting a new stadium.
Yes, I mean, I am tired saying this, because we make sport at sports, and I don't hold it back. I think a lot more has to be done for sports in Barbados. Track and field, cricket, football, horse racing, wherever you go, almost all the disciplines, everything, we make sport. That's sports, Michael. For the talent that we have in Barbados, I mean, when they get on the international stage, and you get to see our performances when we go out there, and you say, "Whoa, we didn't know we had all that." Of course we did, but you have not. But our administrators need to do something, do more for what we have. A national stadium, Michael. I mean,
Yes.
goodness gracious. I mean, this it's kind of depressing when I pass there to see the national stadium there. We don't have a home for athletics in Barbados. Where we have world class athletes, performing, and have to rely on the University of the West Indies to provide here down at the Usain Bolt complex. That's heartbreaking. And I know I will get some lashes for it, but I call a spade a spade.
No, it's time. It's time that we really
High time.
look seriously. I understand that a facility is being prepared.
But how long
in
have we been hearing that,
Wildy,
Michael?
but
How long have we been hearing that?
it's gonna be a while. But nevertheless, we continue with what we have. We try to make the best of it, but as you said, we can do better.
Way better, way better, Michael. Everything happens here now.
Yes.
Everything on the track. We don't have a home then for the javelin and so on. When you do that,
Oh yes, you can't do
you
javelin
can't do
here.
javelin here.
Yes, because of the artificial
Exactly.
surface.
So
Javelin or
the
discus can't be
you
done
can't
here.
do that.
Yes.
And it's not fair.
It gets kind of crazy where, take for example BSAC coming up, where you have to take the athletes to a school
Yes.
to do your field events, your
crazy.
throws.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Anyway, that's another story.
Yes, and
for
I'm trying.
another
I
time.
can feel myself
Yes, yes.
getting a little
Passionate, you
passionate
see,
about it.
and I think that's another thing we need in sport. We need persons who are so passionate about sport that they are willing to go the extra mile to make sure that things are in place. I find a lot of times people talk and it's just talk, but
Yeah,
there's
but-
no backing, there's no action behind it.
Yes, and as the athletes are coming out on the track, I know in my other capacity, I say a lot. I would love to see that sport go even
Of
further.
course.
But a lot of politics and so on, and I say
Yeah.
politics in the broad sense.
Yes, yes. Well, let's focus back here on the track, the girls 800-meter medley. This is first leg running 100, second leg 100, third leg 200, and the final leg will run 400 meters. The record was set by Charles F. Broom Memorial, and that time 2 minutes 16.26 seconds. Our first section we'll see in lane 2 the Elliott Belgrave primary team, lane 3 Bay primary, lane 4 St. James primary. Actually I believe that there's just one section.
Maybe one.
Yes,
section.
there's just one section. So let's look at those lane assignments. Trinity Academy, they'll be in 1.
Lane 1.
In 2 will be Elliott Belgrave.
Is that?
No, that's not Elliott Belgrave. That looks like Bay Primary. Okay, we will have to do it from here then if the camera, if we can get closer.
St. George
I
Primary.
know St. George Lions are there in 3.
In 3.
So Bay Primary is in 2. St. George Lions are in 3. We can identify 4. Looks like Sela.
Sela Primary.
Yeah, Sela Primary in 4.
Charles F. Broom in.
Yes, Charles F. Broom is there.
I think they just moved them up a lane.
Everybody's
Yes.
up 1.
Yes, I think.
Well, guess what? We'll be able to tell you the teams as they come around.
Yes.
I think what's important to know here is the first leg will be running 100 meters in lanes. Second leg will run 100 meters in lanes as well. The third leg will run 200 meters in lanes also. And the 400, they will start. They will run the first 100 meters in lanes, and then once they approach the top of the backstretch, then they will break and run the remainder of the race in lane 1. So that's the setup here for the relay
I
coming
think
up.
Elliot Belgrave is a non-starter. The team from Elliot Belgrave, I don't think they have a team here. So lane 1 is Trinity Academy. Lane 2 looks as though it is empty. Lane 3, Bay Primary. Lane 4, St. George Primary. Lane 5, Sela. Lane 6, Charles F. Broome. In lane 7, St. Mary's. And out in lane number 8, the team from St. James Primary. So 1 by 1 by 2 by 4.
And they're chasing 2 minutes, 16.26 seconds. And again, an improvement in technology over the years where the NAPSACbb organizing committee was able to purchase a display clock, which has proven to be quite useful to spectators because they can see the performances of the athletes almost seconds after the event is completed. So, you know, technology in sport is improving daily.
Yes.
When you
There
look
have
at
been improvements.
Oh,
There have
yes.
been improvements. A lot more can be done. As I always say, you can't expect world-class performances when you don't have world-class facilities. You know, so they're on the starters' orders. They just received the instructions to stand as they are looking now to.
I should have given the points going into the relays, but we can tell you the top 3. Bay Primary is 3rd in the girls, 113. Sela 2nd, 120.
Wow.
And Charles F. Broome leading 177. We'll get back to the boys momentarily. So they're off and running. The first medley, the girls open. We'll see how the teams do. Gonna watch them closely as we hand over. See which team will hand over first. Okay, looking like Charles F. Broome in there as well as Sela Primary as they head down the backstretch, getting ready for the 200-meter leg. This is the second 100-meter leg. Charles F. Broome, large and in charge. It's all Charles F. Broome, the 200-meter leg on. Bay Primary in there as well. Sela Primary, St. George Lions giving chase. But it's all Charles F. Broome at the moment. Here comes Bay Primary. Charles F. Broome. Bay Primary is running them down. Here comes the Lions. Here comes Sela Primary as well into the straightaway. Just about 50 to go for this leg. Bay Primary has taken over. Bay Primary. Charles F. Broome is fading. It's all Bay Primary. They'll hand over first. St. George Lions in second. Sela Primary in third as they break for the inside, Neil.
Yes.
Charles F. Broome will have some work to do here.
Okay, Bay Primary still is up front, but you know, Michael, the girls from St. George, they're in second, Sela third. Here comes the team from Trinity Academy. The young lady there, Kaya Warner Franklin. She has a lot of work to do, but up front is Bay Primary. St. George is second, Sela third. Trinity Academy closing with every stride. But will Kaya have enough to make up the ground? They come with just about 200 meters left. And it is Bay Primary, St. George, Trinity Academy is pouring it through now with just about 100 meters left. And it is St. George, but Trinity Academy, young Kaya Warner Franklin takes command. She's going to pour her way through. Will win here. Report home for Trinity Academy. What a performance by this young lady, Michael. What a performance. Oh, very, very, very easy in the end.
I would love to get her split for that 400 meters. And second going to the Lions, Charles F. Broome moving up there into third position. A wonderful leg there coming from Kaya Warner Harris of Trinity Academy. Warner Franklin, sorry.
Yes.
Getting her a little confused with a colleague of mine with the same Warner, Warner Franklin and Warner Harris. Yes. So I am getting a whiff that record might be broken. Warner Franklin.
Yes,
Whoa.
yes.
That is a boss run from that young lady.
Yes.
Oh my. I am sure that her coach might have the split for that 400.
She had about I think
she was
meters.
She was. Let's see here. Well, if we could go a little further back to where her team, where she took the baton. I think she took the baton in about fourth position or so.
Fourth or fifth.
Yes, fourth or fifth position, and moved up. And I must give her kudos for the incremental way she moved up.
Yes.
It wasn't a case of just trying to go right up to the front.
Yes.
She just bit off, bit by bit, and then once she was sure, a really strong finish. That's the way to do it. And as you say, this is one to watch for the future.
Yes.
The Lions finishing in second, Charles F. Broom finishing up in third, Bear Primary, who had a really solid run at the beginning, finishing up in fourth position. So well done. Very well done.
Now it's the turn of the boys.
And before the boys give us what we hope will be some excitement, the scores for the boys: Elliott Belgrave 13, St. Margaret's 18, St. Mary's 34, Trinity Academy 51, St. James Primary 54, Sela Primary 69, Bay Primary 130, St. George Primary 135, and Charles F. Broom 195 points. So some 60 points separating first from second. In the girls, Charles F. Broom 177, Sela Primary 120, Bay Primary 113, St. George Primary 97, Trinity Academy 63. Let's add 20 points to that.
That's 83
so
points.
There's a victorious team there from Trinity Academy. And one of the things about relays, you may not have 4 strong athletes, but for sure, if you have two really strong ones, you got a shot. Yes, you got a shot. And the thing is, in a race like this where the 400 gives you some time, if it was a 4x1, might be different, but the 4x4 medley, definitely that 400 meter leg gives you some time to play with.
We have the lane assignments quickly here, Michael, as they are being announced. In lane 1, team from Bay Primary. Lane 2, St. James Primary. Lane 3, St. Mary's. Lane 4, Charles F. Broom. In lane 5, the team from Trinity Academy. In lane 6, Sela Primary. In lane 7, it's the team from St. George Primary. And I'm not seeing a team from the Elliott Belgrave. No team from Elliott Belgrave. So 1 through 7, we have or participants in this, the 1x1, the medley relay, 1x1 by 2x4. This is a 100 meter leg.
More records, Neil. Kaya Warner Franklin, Trinity Academy, 27.90, new record in the under 13 girls 200 meters, which is again a magnificent performance. Eclipsing the mark of 29.43 seconds. And Jace McLean of Charles F. Broom in the under 13 boys 200 meters, 28.39 seconds.
Pretty good.
So again, 2 records falling there. Compliments of our under 13 boys and girls.
Yes.
Moving to the under 11 girls ball throw, another record on the field. Jalea Ambrose of St. George Primary, 28.53 meters there. So another record going in the field.
Well, Michael, this is really good. I'm pleased to see the performances today. We've had some good performances as the athletes come on to starters' orders. And they're set racing. Bay Primary, St. James, St. Mary's, Charles F. Broome, Trinity Academy, Sela Primary, and St. George Primary. The first exchanges have gone through. Very good takeover there from the team of St. George Primary. Also Charles F. Broome with a good takeover. Sela Primary is also in contention early as they move towards the second handover. And it looks like, oh yes, this is going to be a good one. We can see Weeks and Jace, the guy from Charles F. Broome, also the young man, boys from Sela Primary. So this is going to be a good one. We see Charles F. Broome has taken command and pulling away. Also doing well is Sela Primary. St. George Primary is also in contention. That's the top three as they come now to the final exchange. And it is Charles F. Broome from Sela Primary, St. George Primary. We have Charles F. Broome in front, and young Lovell from St. George Primaries in hot pursuit. And Michael, this is going to be a good one as well.
Oh yes, looking forward to this final 400 meters. So Lovell running with a little limp. Yes, he's not as smooth, but we'll see if that will be put aside and he will have the intestinal fortitude to make it to the finish. So 200 meters, less than that to go now for the St. George Lions, giving chase here, Charles F. Broome. So these two are battling for those 20 points. Let's see who will get them. Lovell looks to be under a little pressure, not looking the right side. This is your man, 800-meter champion, record breaker. You always have that man running your 400 meters. Remember, he ran the 4 as well.
Yes,
so he's done it. Charles F. Broome will win the medley. The Lions will finish in second. Bay Primary in third. St. Mary's finishing in fourth place. Well done to the lads.
It's a good run, Michael.
Oh yes, oh yes. The thing is, anytime you have a 400, 800-meter runner on, well, people will tell on a 4x4 team, you always have one of those guys in there.
Must have one of them there
and we saw the great performances coming from that lad. So well done to him. And so with that medley out the way, that makes room for our 4x1.
4x1.
So those are coming up. Just a replay here. Let's see how things worked. And on the outside there were the St. George Lions. Sela Primary, they started quite well. Charles F. Broome, they were always in the money. And then the battle was on for the other positions. But these three teams here were always battling. A great 200-meter leg from this lad, from Charles F. Broome. St. George crept up. And so Charles F. Broome must give credit to Lovell.
Yes.
But as we saw, it seemed as though he's
not smooth.
Yes, not as smooth. It's
slightly off.
A little limp or something.
But he gave his heart.
Oh yes, he did. But Charles F. Broome, the athlete, had something left in the tank.
Very smart run.
So coming into the straightaway, this is where with 50 meters to go, this guy said enough is enough, let's go.
Time to go.
Yes. So the under 9 girls and boys, under 11 girls and boys, under 13 girls and boys for the relay. We only have one section here for the under 9 girls.
So I need to.
Yes. Okay, yes, one section for the under 9 girls. Yes. You're doing really good for time, Neil.
Very good. Must say kudos to the officials.
Oh yes.
Who made up a lot of time, and yes, I must say it was very well done in the end.
Everything flowed
yeah,
quite smoothly from
kind
one
of,
event into the
yeah.
next. Yes, smooth.
Kind of. I like these. I remember back in the day when 5 o'clock and so on
Oh,
used
oh
to.
my. Don't talk about it, please.
Excuse me. Back in those days, 5 o'clock, 4:30. Running relays or so on. Uh, Gone are those days. Um, well, hopefully, if you say we shouldn't see those, we wouldn't have to see those days again. But it is the 4x1 for the under nines. See the Charles F. Broom team. Yes, here we have in lane 2, Trinity Academy. Lane 3, Bay Primary. Lane 4, St. Mary's Primary. Lane 5, the team from St. James Primary. St. George Primary is in lane 6. St. Margaret's in lane 7. And out in lane number 8, the team from Charles F. Broom Memorial Primary. 4x1s for the under 9 girls. You have a record for them, Michael?
Sure. The under 9 girls 4x1, the record 1 minute 15.32, and that record is being held by the St. George Primary School.
Okay.
1:15:32.
1:15:32. Let's see how.
Yes.
Hopefully tomorrow we'll have the time, the clock, and the
Yes.
And they're off and running. Trinity Academy, Bay Primary, St. Mary's, St. James, St. George, St. Margaret's, and Charles F. Broom. As they race towards the first exchange. Charles F. Broom with the first takeover. Charles F. Broom is in front. St. George is running well. Bay Primary is coming through. Others there. That is Charles F. Broom. That looks like Brathwaite.
They'll be looking to extend here.
Yes.
For sure.
Brathwaite, she ran the second leg there for Charles F. Broom.
And seems like they're gone.
They're gone. Oh, yes. It is Charles F. Broom with daylight. Oh.
Barring a bad exchange, it's done and dusted.
Done and
And that's a good one.
This is young Felician. You've seen her for the day.
Oh, yes.
Pouring her away.
They have a strong under 9 contingent.
Very, very strong.
Oh, yes.
Running well. The others are running for second position. Bay Primary and St. James running on for second, but it is all over. Bar the shouting. Charles F. Broom romp.
So Bay Primary will finish in second, St. James in third. The Lions from St. George finishing in fourth. Looks like Elliot Belgrave out there finishing up next. And St. Mary's. So Charles F. Broom just opening the gap.
20 more points.
That's 20 more points for them. So any day now, we should see that Charles F. Broom posse making their way across as we prepare for the final presentation. And it has become customary now for at the end of a relay, talking about trophies. Here we see the trophies making their way out to the infield. As once that final relay is run, the teams will begin to make their way on the infield for that final presentation of awards. And I was saying that it has become customary for the relay teams to have a picture taken.
That's for sure.
Yes, and it's a good keepsake for the athletes. Imagine 20 years from now when you're telling someone, I represented my school. We were the NAPSACbb champions, and they're telling you never ran, but you have the proof.
Look at here, and especially in the day of social media,
oh,
and
yes.
so on, you get to keep things.
Yes, and what's even better is they can actually see themselves running, jumping, throwing. So Charles F. Broom being victorious there in the under 9 girls. We have the under 9 boys coming up next. They'll be chasing 106.12, which again is the record held by Charles F. Broom.
Yes, and I was just looking there. You see, we have the lane assignments.
Oh yes, I can go through those. Trinity Academy, they're in 1. St. Mary's in 2. St. George in 3. In 4 is St. Margaret's. In 5, Bay Primary. In 7, Charles F. Broom and St. James Primary in 8. And missing from this one is Sealer. They should have been in lane 6.
There we go again. Yes, I was there looking for the young ladies who represented the team from Charles F. Broom here. Young Felician Lewis and Brathwaite. Just trying to get those names there for them. They've all participated quite well today. As you can see here, Michael, it is very good to see the athletes now in their track shoes.
Oh yes.
Again, all part of improving.
Yes.
As opposed to being, running out there in the very warm track, barefooted gone are those days, or I should say, those days are going. It'd be really good to see all the athletes someday in track shoes at the knapsack. I know some of the schools purchase the shoes for them, where then they get to use them on evenings. They get to run using them.
Yes.
And that is very good. It's a plus. You will see more records breaking. But kudos to the schools, kudos to the sponsors, and I always like to reach out to corporate Barbados. And,
oh yes, they're integral.
Yes, adopt a school, see what they need. I know sometimes you say that the school should reach out to the business entities, but sometimes it might be your corporate social responsibility, to reach out to the schools.
And for sure, those that we mentioned today, they have played their part.
Oh yes, and more to come.
Some have been on board for a while. Some, once they see it touches you. You have youngsters who are out there doing something positive. Then you want to be a part of that.
Yes. Especially hearing your names going up. For example, Chafette Restaurants Limited, Frosty's Ice Cream, Rubis Eastern Caribbean SRL, the Nation Publishing Company Limited, Pharmacy Sales Caribbean Inc., Pedialyte and Pediasure, West India Biscuit Company, Holiday and Bermudez, Armstrong Agencies Limited, Sunshine Cereals. Then we have Massey Distribution Barbados Limited for Milo, Made It Against the Odds Foundation, National Wellbeing and HIV Commission, the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, Barbados Union of Teachers, National Sports Council, Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation, Atlantic Marketing and Company Limited, Roberts Manufacturing Company Limited, Infra Equipment Rentals Limited, Digicel Barbados Limited, Barbados Olympic Association, the National Conservation Commission, IMPS Assurance Broker Limited, Hanschel Innes Limited, Ocean Hotels Barbados, Trophy World, Sports Mart, Western Wholesale Inc., Creative Junction, Elco Rentals Limited, TOS Catering, Chickmont Foods Limited, and Super Feeds Mill Inc. These are our sponsors for this Knapsack 2025. Some of our sponsors here this year.
Okay. Yes. And again, we want to thank our sponsors very much for all that they have done and will continue to do for the part that they're playing in the development of our future track and field stars. So I believe what will be happening here, Neil, the under 11 girls are going to be going now. So I think we had an athlete who might have sustained an injury. So we're going to switch and we're going to go with the under 11 girls at this point and come back.
Okay.
So the under 11 girls, to give you those lane assignments quickly, St. George Primary, they're in lane 2. In 3 is Bay Primary, 4 St. James Primary, 5 St. Mary's Primary. In lane 6, Charles F. Broom. In lane 7, Trinity Academy. And in lane 8, Sela Primary.
Yes.
The record here for the under 11 girls, 103.41. And this record is held by St. George Primary, 103.41. That's the time they'll be chasing.
We have a full field. It's the under 11 girls.
So we'll see what will happen here with these under 11s.
So you have, you know, it's all about strategy where you put your athletes here. You know, if some individuals when it comes to participating here in the 4x1s, some look at it, they say they put their strongest athlete, the fastest athlete to run the back stretch. Some like to put them to finish. You know, but we see here now they're just trying to get everything settled, and they're now on the starters' orders. And away they go. St. George Primary, Bay Primary, St. James, St. Mary's, Charles F. Broome, Trinity Academy, and Sela Primary. For the under 11 girls, 4x100 meters. Let's see who will be the first to exchange. It looks like Charles F. Broome. Charles F. Broome, they took over the baton first. Trinity Academy is also in there. Also in there, Sela Primary. Very, very, very tightly bunched as they come now to the second exchange. And Charles F. Broome and Trinity Academy, they're very close. But Charles F. Broome now steps on. Let's go on coming through on the inside. Bay Primary also flying through. Here comes the team from St. George Primary as they come to the final exchange. And St. George Primary, oh, they've taken over the lead, but Charles F. Broome is holding on. It's Charles F. Broome and St. George Primary. Down the stretch they come, and it is Charles F. Broome. Charles F. Broome will win this one easily in the end. Charles F. Broome from very, very tight there between St. George Primary and Bay Primary. But what a run there by the young lady from Charles F. Broome. They came under pressure in the third leg, but in the end, looks like Felician, or that was Agard. Oh, she was powerful in the end, and she pulled away to win, to bring home the goal for Charles F. Broome in the under 11 girls 4x100 meters. As we take a look at the replay here, it was very tight early on. Charles F. Broome, Trinity Academy, and Sela Primary as they went down the back stretch. Very, very, very tight. They came down then to the final exchange. The young lady from St. George Primary made up a lot of ground, put her team in contention. But in the end, the Charles F. Broome team roared back and took control, and there was no stopping Charles F. Broome. Very tight there for second position. We're moving on now to the under 11 boys. Their time, we're gonna have two installments here. You should see two timed events. They're going to consolidate it into one. Let's see what's happening here as the officials are trying to get everything straightened out. As the team from Charles F. Broome, they're all smiles, all hugs. Very, very good. Yes, you're number one today, Team Charles F. Broome. Take a bow. Very well done. Yes, hugs and so on all around. So it's the under 11 boys, and it's 3 4 teams.
I did say what I
We
said
have
here.
in lane 3 the team from St. James Primary, as they now organizing the batons. Lane 3, team from St. James Primary. In lane 4, St. George Primary. Lane 5, Bay Primary. And out in lane 6, the team from Charles F. Broome Memorial Primary. As the crowd being whipped up in the frenzy by our DJs on the outside. Yes, we can see you, St. George Primary. And they're here in the boys. I think they're here now. They're chasing a record of 101.53 seconds. And it is the team St. James Primary. And Michael, we saw a really good race there just now in the girls team, the under 11 girls. That was a really good run. As I was saying before, it is all about strategy. Where do you put your quickest, your quicker runners, or the quickest runner in your team?
And talking about quick runners, 2 more records. Both medley relays, we had records. That magnificent performance there from
They're now on the starters order, so Michael. A nice clean start. But here now in the under 11 boys, it's St. James Primary, St. George Primary, Bay Primary, and Charles F. Broome as they go down the back stretch. And here's your guy running the back stretch, Liam.
Oh yes,
he's pouring down the back stretch here. He's in command, in charge for his team. The team from Charles F. Broome Primary, they've gone about their business. Bay Primary is running for second, so too St. George Primary. But it is Charles F. Broome Memorial. They're out front. And it would take something really severe to stop them from winning this race. It is all over. Bar the shouting. Young Linton, it looks like, pulling away, wins it here for his team. It is a team from Charles F. Broome Memorial Primary winning the under 11 boys 4x100 meters.
Another 20 points going to Charles F. Broome. Neil?
Actually, I think we have 2 installments here, Michael. I think we have a second one. So that one was the first one. We have the second one coming up now. But I know it will take a lot to beat that team.
For sure.
Yes, especially the young man there, your guy.
Liam.
Yes.
Yes, that team really good. Seeing some good handovers as well.
Liam Howard Niles.
Yes.
Janico Linton, I think he was the anchor there. Yes. Number 82. Yes, 082. And Janico Linton.
I think Gomes ran for that team as well. That was on the 9. Was that the on the 9 boys? On the 11.
Yes.
Okay, Gomes is in the on the 9 category.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so congrats to those lads there from Charles F. Broome. A good, really good run. They've been working hard all day. And what a better way to end the day with a combined victory. So well done to them. I think now they're going to do the under 9 boys now, or it's this a second section.
Let's see here now.
Yes, this is the second section for the under 11 boys, so we are not quite done yet with these lads.
Just the under 9s.
These are the under 11s,
The under
or
11s
second
is the
section.
second section.
Yes.
And then we go into the under 9s.
Well, hopefully we'll see if the under 9s will come back.
So we have they're on the starters orders here. Team from St. Margaret's in lane 2, St. Mary's 3, Sealer Primary 4, Trinity Academy in 5, and Elliott Belgrave in lane 6 as they're off and running to a good clean start. 5 teams here in the second section, as St. Mary's looks as though they've made up the stagger on the inside. Sealer Primary also doing well. Elliott Belgrave, young man there from Trinity Academy, maybe under some pressure. Looks as though he took that baton really far out, but it is Sealer Primary there in front. Oh, they're lane 4. This young man, I'm sure if this is the first time I'm seeing him on the track. The young man from Sealer Primary coming through on the inside. That's the team from St. Mary's Primary as they come to the final exchange. And it is Sealer versus St. Mary's. Sealer versus St. Mary's. I think Sealer may very well have this one under wraps. Young man bouncing away from them, strides easily, and he wins it. St. Mary's second, and in third, the team from Trinity Academy.
Remember that young man who defeated Liam?
Liam, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Made light work of the young man here just now. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Sealer with a pretty good-looking squad there in that relay. I know Mr. Worrell did a lot of work with those guys. A little problem there with that handover, though. He needs to move.
This young man here might, he tried his best there to keep his team in contention, and then it was
all over.
All over. Yes. I think that is the Manny broom. I think.
Yes, that's a broom.
That's the Manny broom.
I think there are 2 brooms.
Yes, Marquez and the Manny. Is the thing about names?
Yes. And the thing is, if you hear broom or brooms, you know what part of Barbados they're from.
From the northern side of Barbados.
Boys. Yes, there's certain names when you hear them, you know. Yes. All of those St. Lucie names.
St. Lucie, the northern names.
Yeah. So there we go, the Sealer posse. Well done to those lads.
I think the rule is just over 200 in truth, Michael. I just about 200, which is good. You know, it gives them something to look forward to, something to scream about when we have those kinds of things. You know, the performances in the sports. It's not always about academics. You know, people will always talk about how well they did in the common entrance and so on, but we also have knapsack and sports to talk about.
And there are so many other things, you know, when you talk about a well-rounded student. That's the thing. We have to think about developing well-rounded students. A student who can be good in academics, be good in extracurricular activities as well. You know.
This is the under 9s, Michael?
I think we might be going back to the under 9s.
I think so.
Let's have a look and see. But the under 9s had only one section.
Yeah,
is it so? St. George? Yes, I think this is it. St. George is here. St. Margaret's, Bay Primary, Sealer, no Sealer, Charles F. Broom, and St. James. Yes. So, folks, we are seeing the under 9 boys 4x1 here. The one that we had to, they will have to stand.
Yes,
seeing the lad there from Bay Primary moving a little ahead.
A little anxious.
So this is, I believe this is Gomes who will be starting for Charles F. Yes.
Yeah, Liam Gomes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the young man, Jace Rice Lord.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
Looking like this could be a victory for Charles F. again. Another 20 points. Oh, my. He's off to a really good start there. Young Gomes really going, making up the stagger already on St. James. Getting ready to hand over. Now, lovely handover too. Beautiful handover. Here we go, heading down the back stretch. St. Charles F. Broom. It's all Charles F. Broom. That guy has to be careful though. Fortunately, no one is in lane 6. If there was a team in lane 6, that could have been a little dicey there. Here comes the Lions. So Charles F. Broom. I think this is probably the slowest leg there for them. Into the straightaway. The Lions on the inside challenging. Here comes Bay Primary. It's the Lions versus Charles F. Broom. The battle is on. Who's going to get there first? Charles F. Broom. They will do it. Bay Primary edging out the Lions. The Lions will finish in third. What a run there. Neil?
Yeah. We see, you know, young man ran from one lane into the next. And
don't think that will be any problem for him. Exactly. Yeah. No one was in the lane, so I think it will finish just as we saw. Here's a repeat. A really good start from
Gomes.
Yes. And I think that this Charles F. Broom team looked quite prepared. Quite prepared. Really good run going down the back stretch from the second leg. Yes, third leg jogging here at this point, a little slow. And a great effort coming from the team from St. George. The St. George Lions put in a good effort.
Yeah, that was a really good takeover.
Yes, it was nice and high there. And here Charles F. Broom and Bay Primary running through to clinch that second position.
Yeah, man, just ease through on the inside to take up. Yes, so we now have on to the penultimate race for the day.
And once we're done with the under 13 boys, I will be able to. I know persons are also eager to know like who are the division champions. We have that information that we can share with our viewers before we get into that final presentation, where we will see who are the champion boys school and the champion girls school.
Okay, we have now on the track in lane 2. This is the under 13 girls 4x100 meters. Let's welcome them on the track in lane 1. Let's see if we could see if they're panning from here, because we're only picking up from lane 3. So team Charles F. Broom, there's no team from Charles F. Broom here, Michael. And according to what we see here, we can only see what the camera is giving us from lane 3 onward. So we have Sela Primary in lane 3, lane 4, team from St. George Primary, lane 5, Trinity Academy, lane 6, St. Mary's Primary, out in lane 7, Elliott Belgrave Primary. So looks like, yes, there's no team, right? So Charles F. Broom is not in lane 1, and lane 2, lanes 1 and 2 are empty. And they are on the starters orders. Actually, no. Now we see there. Now it's a different angle. Now we can see. Yes. Oh, and they're off and running. So, and they're gonna call them back. They're gonna call them back. They're gonna call her back. Call her back.
Well, she has gone almost the full 100 meters.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
I hope that she will take her time and walk back
Yeah.
after running almost the full leg. She should take her time and walk back. I will be walking back extremely slow.
Oh, yes. One
Neil.
today, one tomorrow.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we have the full view. We can see that there are athletes in
from
lane
one,
one
to seven. Yes.
So let me apologize to the viewers. We could only call what we see. And now we can see we have a full view. I think the young lady's really taking her time. Yes.
Well, she probably heard us.
She's entitled to
Yes,
that.
of course.
Take your
Yes.
time. Recover.
And that reminds me of a knapsack some years ago at the National Stadium. It was a 4x1 relay, and the last leg, this youngster, his team was like in 6th place, and I'm encouraging him. I was the stadium announcer then, and I'm encouraging him to run. I'll tell you that story shortly. In the meantime, we're back on track here with this 4x100 meters for the under 13 girls. Let's see who will hand over first. Oh my, Sela. That's Sela Primary already heading down the back stretch. Watch out for Charles F. Broom. Oh my, here comes Bear Primary as well. Charles F. Broom has passed them out. Made up that stagger quickly. Getting ready to hand over now. Charles F. Broom in the lead. Bear Primary, Sela, Trinity Academy. What do you think
I want to see this one.
Warner Franklin will do?
She would have a lot of work to do on those tired legs. We will see, but Charles F. Broom has gone on. I don't think she's going to catch her. This is the young lady here. Yes, I don't think Warner Franklin. She will run out of real estate here today. Charles F. Broom wins it. Second, Bay Primary. Third, the team from Trinity Academy. Yes, so that's a good run there.
And,
Very well done.
and like I said before, if you were talking about a race where you had a longer distance to cover, then you would understand. But a 4x1,
yes.
So we see the replay here. Teams pretty equal at this point. And Sela, Bear Primary, Charles F. Broom, a really good leg from this second leg runner from Charles F. Broom. She made up the stagger on the entire field at this point. And I believe from here is where we began to see the writing on the wall. And it's all over here.
Lauricia Ford Agard.
Yes.
Ford Agard here.
So a really good finish here. Staying focused and running right through the line. Well done to Charles F. Broom. Bear Primary holding on for second and third. So Neil, I was telling you, the young man, I am the stadium announcer. The young man, his team was in about 5th place, and you could see the disappointment on his face, and he was not just disappointed but upset. And he got the baton and he started out jogging. This is the final leg of the 4x1. So as he turns the corner, coming up the straightaway, I started to encourage him, and I'm telling the spectators to come on, put your hands together, encourage this young man. The young man stopped, looked up to the announcer's booth area, sucked his teeth, and then walked about 90 meters, and we're still encouraging him. He would not run. He walked every step.
Wow. Well,
boy,
there's only so much you can do, huh?
Yeah. So this is it, Neil?
Well, we have one of two.
Two sections.
Two
okay.
sections. Whoa. I'm saying that, but have they combined them?
It seems so. I believe if you go back out and come back in, you might see that combination. So we're just gonna ensure that we have these lane assignments.
This one?
Yes. Final. This seems like it could be the final race. And they're off and running here. 4x1 for the under 13 boys. Let's watch this first handover here now.
On the outside, it's St.
Mary's. Charles F. Broom.
On the inside, St. George Primary, but it looks like Charles F. Broom. Bay Primary is also in contention. Also, Sela Primary is in contention. As they come now,
that was a lovely handover from Charles F. Broom.
Yes, Michael. Charles F. Broom may very well secure this one. Here comes a team from St. George Primary. Wow. The Lions are beginning to roar as they come to the final exchange.
Let's see how fast,
This
how
is
hard they
Rivaldo
can
Weeks.
roar.
Weeks from St. George Primary. He's chasing the young man from
Won't catch him.
Charles F. Broom, but he will not catch him. Charles F. Broom powers away.
So I think that will put the final nail in the coffin.
Yes.
Think that will be it.
Yes. I don't think there are any more. Yes.
No,
yes.
that's it.
That's it. Yes. Yes. So they brought it all
Wow.
together.
So we are about 250, 258.
It's a good time.
Oh, a beautiful time.
Beautiful.
Before the bell rings. The
Yes.
bell rings at 3.
At 3 p.m.
And we are done with Knapsack, the Pedialyte Marcia Trotman Zone. So before our viewers get to see that final presentation, Neil, and this is kind of what they will be seeing, apart from the champions, boys and girls schools. So these are the athletes who scored the most points in each age category. So if we look at the under 7 girls, remember we said under 7s compete in 3 events: a run, a jump, and a throw. And for you to excel, well, actually to stand a shot at being division champion, you could score, let's say, 10 points for a win, 8 points for second, 6 points for third. So we have here Rainbow Rollins of Sela Primary, who scored 20 points total. Elena Bradshaw of St. James Primary also scoring 20 points. So that's a tie for first place in the under 7 girls.
In the under 7 boys, we see coming out with 21 points from St. James Primary. That is Shane Ford.
And then we move to the under 9 girls. Again, a tie, Jakaira Graves Edwards of Sela Primary and Janai Felician Lewis of Charles F. Broom's, 26 points apiece. And of course, Janai Felician Lewis, most of her points would have come from the field, from the track. From the track. I believe Graves Edwards scored some points on the field as well.
In the under 9 boys category, the champion here in the under 9 boys with 26 points, that is Jace Rice Lord.
And for the girls in the under 11 category, Shatoria Harry from Charles F. Broom. Remember her, I think she competed in three track events. Yes, and she scored 26 points, so she will be the under 11 girls champion.
In the under 11 boys champion with 26 points, also from Charles F. Broom Memorial, Liam Howard Niles. That's your guy, Mike.
Oh yes, definitely. Good performance from him. Of course, Kaya Warner Franklin, 30 points in the under 13 category, winning all 3 of her events, the 1, the 2, and the 4.
Yes, and the in the boys, with 26 points, the champion boy
Jace McLean of Charles F. Broom Memorial.
So, Neil, some excellent performances.
Very good.
A total of 12 individual records, 6 field records. I think we had about 2. Well, we started to count. There were 2 relay records. We didn't receive any more
Yes.
relay records, but even if I understand 3 more. Yes. So all in all, I would say that we had a terrific day of track and field competition here at the meet. We are seeing some replays of some of those same events which occurred. This is from the 150 here. So
Yes, very good competition. This the 150s. It's the young man there from Charles F. Broom and the young man from Sealer Primary. I think it was. The cost got the better of him.
oh yes. We also had the under 9 girls 4x1. That was a record. The under 13 girls 4x1, a record. The under 11 boys 4x1, a record. The under 13 boys 4x1, a record. So that's 4 plus 2, 6 relay records.
Fantastic job there. And, I wanted to say congratulations to all concerned. It was a very good day of competition. Team Charles F. Broom, just a matter of doing the mathematics here, and just declaring them the double winners. And then we had very good performances from Team Sealer Primary. Congratulations to Abu, our friend, doing very well there with his team. So with the final points, these are the final points. In the girls, in position 9 with 15 points, Elliott Belgrave Primary. In 22 points, St. Margaret's Primary in 8th. In 7th position with 41 points, St. Mary's Primary. In 6th position with 98 points, St. James Primary. In 5th position with 111 points, Trinity Academy. In 4th with 162 points, Sealer Primary. They're very good performance. And then we have our top 3. Oh, just 5 points ahead. Team St. George Primary with 167 points. In 2nd, Bay Primary with 199 points. And your runaway champions in the girls division, Charles F. Broom Memorial Primary with 308 points.
Well done to Charles F. Broom there in the girls. And in the boys section, Elliott Belgrave, they're finishing 9th position with 18 points. St. Margaret's Primary finishing in 8th position with 35 points. In 7th position, St. Mary's Primary, 74 points. Trinity Academy in 6th, 75 points. St. James Primary in 5th, 79 points. Sealer Primary finishing in 4th on 118 points. 3rd going to the St. George Primary, 198 points. 2nd, Bay Primary, 204 points. And Charles F. Broom, champions, 323 points. So if you look at the top 4, Neil, same schools.
Same schools.
Sealer 4th in the boys and the girls. St. George 3rd in the boys and the girls. Bay Primary 2nd in the boys and the girls. And Charles F. Broom, double crown champions. What a way to get the 2025 edition of NAPSAC started. And so we want to invite our viewers to continue viewing, just to give you an idea of what will be happening tomorrow here at the Usain Bolt Sports Complex. Tomorrow is day 2 of action. Tomorrow will be the Patsy Calendar Zone. Patsy Calendar Zone. So we want to invite you to come on board invite your friends to join us for our live coverage of NAPSAC, Patsy Calendar Zone, and then on Wednesday will be the Anton Norris Zone, and that will be it for the week, and then we resume on Monday. So this is a great opportunity, Neil, for us to mention the sponsors one more time.
Yes, we have our title sponsors: Chefette Restaurant Limited, Frosty's Ice Cream, Rubis Eastern Caribbean SRL, The Nation Publishing Company Limited, Pharmacy Sales Caribbean Inc., Pedialyte and Pediasure, West India Biscuit Company, Holiday and Bermudas, Armstrong Agencies Limited for Sunshine Cereals, Massey Distribution Barbados Limited by Milo, Made It Against the Odds Foundation, the National Wellbeing and HIV Commission, the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, Barbados Union of Teachers, the National Sports Council, Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation, Atlantic Marketing and Company Limited, Roberts Manufacturing Company Limited, Infra Equipment Rentals Limited, Digicel Barbados Limited, the Barbados Olympic Association, the National Conservation Commission, IMPS, Assurance Broker Limited, Hanschel Innes Limited, Ocean Hotels Barbados, Trophy World, Sports Mart, Western Wholesale Inc., Creative Junction, Elco Rentals, TOS Catering, Chickmont Foods Limited, and Superfeeds Mill Inc. These are your sponsors for NAPSAC 2025. And today being the Marcia Trotman Zone, they would have been sponsored by Pedialyte. So we are very thankful for our sponsors as we just continue, Michael, here until we see in the replays of these races.
Oh yes, and we want to encourage our viewers to sit back and relax and enjoy these replays. You may see in these replays your son, your daughter, your cousin, your nephew, your niece, your grandson, your granddaughter, some family member, some friend, some neighbor, and we want to encourage you to keep encouraging them along the way. And just stand by for the closing ceremony where the athletes will be awarded their various prizes, the victor and victrix, division champions, and of course the champion schools for the zone. So, your closing remarks, Ian, Neil?
Well, Michael, I just want to thank everyone for joining us here today, this day one. And, going forward, just be back again tomorrow morning, same place. It was a very good day of competition, and hope to see you again tomorrow morning, Michael.
Great. So, on behalf of the whole team, those who work behind the scenes, those who contributed in giving us all of the necessary information, we want to thank you, viewers, and as I said, stay tuned, and we'll be back tomorrow with continued coverage of the National Primary Schools Athletic Championships from the Usain Bolt Sports Complex in beautiful Bridgetown, Barbados. Have a great evening.
You focus now on the 111 boys 200 meters. The whole time set by Barnabas Room, Primary. time of 31.32 seconds has been shattered. Two athletes ran at that time. Charles F. Bruce laid on power down 0.29.1 seconds. But the new record is Thomas Thompson time 28.75 seconds. The school, the primary, the name, the money room. Andre Lamont Boys over 100 meter relay. World record, 1 minute, 1.53 seconds. The new record, 58.82 seconds. The school, team, Charles F. Brown Primary. On the boys, 100 meters after world record, 13.82 seconds set by Roger Wells of Trinity Academy. As well, the new record, 13.65 seconds. The name, Jason P. of Charles F. Brown. World records coming, we're breaking. Focus on the under 13 boys over 100 meter relay. World record set by St. George Primary. A time of 57.75 seconds. That's one. The new time, 57.16 seconds. The 800 meter sprint, red man relay, movement. The world record was set by Charles F. Brown, a time of 2 minutes, 9.16 seconds. That is no more. The new time, 2 minutes, 8.56 seconds. The school, Charles F. Brown. That was just on the track. I was told he has my record there, real as well.
All you have to do is say that you're going to bring 2 girls every single one. And that is the first thing is, you're going to go to the stop. You only got to get 200 points to this work. And then you had the runners, and then have Silver Ford, Carvala,
Record 5 athletes broke the record. That world record is 1.15 meters. The new record is 1.42 meters. The athlete, Rainbow Rollins, was seen in the on the 9 girls basketball row, the world record 15.17 meters. That's why the English record challenge group is gone. The new record 16.23 meters. The school, their primary, the athlete, they are here. World record 3.28 meters, 7:20.24 by Natalia Hendricks of Charlotte Broom is on. The new record 3.3 meters. The athlete hails from Trinity Academy and her name is Lena Goring.
When they leave it, they come to the so about 4:30 should be good because the bus ain't coming. But when the bus leave,
We're going to make sure everyone is going to get a trophy. Trophy will be sent to the school and everyone is going to get a trophy. Moving on to the Monday boys. Third. Davidson Harper, Stephen, 12 points. Second. Nathaniel Nichols, 10 points, 24 points. The division champion in the Monday boys. We have points of 26 points, sorry, from Charlotte Rome. James Rice Lord.
oh boy! She's on your own. I hate when girls start. What's the boy can't rap to me? Yeah, tell me something. Huh?
We want to thank this Harris, so we're going to call on Sharon Combat. If they like to be able to call for the honor, we have it on the 13 girls and boys. Number 2 may play for second, 18 points. Naya Ali and the Nick Girls from St. George and Charlotte Brook was the division champion with 26 points. Taylor from Charlotte Brook Primary. Victoria Harry. Once again, children, we're calling the top 3, only first place gets the trophy. Even this. On the level boys, third, the Money Room, 12 points. Second, from Charlotte Room, the National League 24, but the division champion also hailing from Charlotte Room, Liam Howard Battles, 26 points. On 13 girls, division third. Natalia was third, 21 points. Shanika Aboué and Natalia Hendricks. St. Jordan and Charlotte Brook respectively. Second, Mauricia Ford Ecker and Charlotte Brook, 24 points. The division champion of Queen Street, 30 points. From Trinity Academy, Kaya Warner Franklin. Record-breaking performance. That's a lot of law school you represent. How much confidence is in that class? Record-breaking performance. On the 13 boys, tied for second. Ronaldo Weeks and Marcus Brown, Charlotte Brook and Sailor, 22 points. On St. George, and Sailor, 22 points. The division champion from Charlotte Brook with 26 points, Jason McLean. Now it's time to crown the victor and victory Zuludori. Victor Zuludori. This should be like you're seeing. You're going to get a bike. With 30 points, Kaya Warner Franklin. Go get a big one, though. Yeah, big weight. Yeah.
really disappointed not to early.
On the 13, we have a 3-minute time for Victor Lugo. All 3 athletes lost 26 points. These are your victors. Dennis Rice Lord, Charles F. Broom. Dennis McQueen, Charles F. Broom. William Hornell, Charles F. Broom. The teacher from SIP, James Quinry, to go forward and collect the trophy for the under-7 division champion, to head forward.
Hey, Kylan, say bike too, right? Alright, don't forget. The bike is right. Alright, but then we won't talk about that.
And all that's left, all is for us to declare the champion food. And the girls, females. Margaret Primary, 22 points. Experience Primary, 41 points. St. James Primary, 98 points. Academy, 104. Primary, 162. Top 3. Third, St. George Primary, 167. Second, Day Primary, 199. And the champion school is the girls. Amassing 308 points. Charles F. Broom Public School. Girls, ready? We'll get the trophy. Girls team, we'll get the trophy. Congratulations, Charles F. Broom.
Right here. How did we have, right? Alright, probably put my things to them. Make things happen. No, make them look good. Start with
Champion girls team. Here in the final first section of the floor. NAPSACbb 2025. Now, ladies, I will turn your attention now. Turn attention now, boys. Well, the Honorable will be making the presentation on the 4 o'clock we want after the Captain Bass from the Okay? Oh, boys.
Well, you're calling me a Captain Bass. I would have But I tell people, I stand.
You trying to remember Shell's name? MEU.
Hello? The money is I was responsible, but then it's there, but the only thing I do, I make a mistake. I push you from the wrong switch bus. Because the bus really on the left side. I do. I want to get that one say wrong. I went kicking